I love the rivalry. I mean, when I was 5, I used to listen to Jim Brandstatter on the radio. And I think he probably tutored under Paul because he is also one of the most impartial broadcasters I've ever had the opportunity to listen to.
As impartial as George.
Exactly. But it's, I mean, you go back, it's Don Canham. I'm a huge fan of Don Canham and had the opportunity to meet him several occasions. He's inspired many of the things that I've done. I watch the Big Chill movie, and you can reflect in your family how your family behaved similar to that movie. Dave and I have become great friends. I do want to take one quick opportunity. As Nancy and Jan are sitting here, my wife's back working because we still have kids in college and high school, so she's busy working away. But the value that Nancy, Jan, and anybody's spouse has in what we do is phenomenal. And this week allows you and your family to become closer, whether you're adversarial, whether you're Spartan Wolverine. It's an opportunity to bring the state together, and it's fun to walk to a game and see people in green and people in blue walking hand in hand, walking as a group, walking as a family to a game like that. And I think that's, you know, that's what a rivalry is all about. It's that connection, and that's the value I see in it. So there's no doubt he wants to win, I want to win. We're both going to go out, give our best effort. But that respect is going to continue to be there for Dave and the University of Michigan program, however it turns out.
We really want to win. We really want to win. And listen, it's special. It seems like every week I say this is a really big game. I mean, we've had a lot of big games. We'll have more big games, but this one is special. It is for the championship in the state. You know, I was a student athlete at Michigan, played on the team. I can tell you the 4 years, what our record was against Michigan State. I can tell you what the score was. I was recruited by Michigan State. Like George Blaha, I made the decision to go to the University of Michigan and get a degree. Like George. So I'm a smart guy. And so we have a lot of friends and neighbors who, you know, root for one side or the other passionately, and whoever wins the game, you hear about it for the next 12 months, so you get to do it again. And so it's a big game and a lot of excitement, and I think that most importantly translates to the kids. And it is important to note, because Coach Perlis had it right, you know, you can talk about, you know, what happened in the 70s when I played, or what's happened over the 104 years that we've been playing this rivalry, or you can talk about what happened in the last 4 years. The reality is the kids that will be playing on Saturday, to a large degree, are different kids. In some cases, it's different coaches, and it's a whole new deal. It's a whole new deal. But I can tell you the one common thread that runs through all these games is it's special, it's meaningful. The in-state rivalry is real, and Saturday ought to be a lot of fun. Wish I could play.
I don't.
They'd kill me.
And do you think the rivalry has gotten a little over the top, maybe too intense among fans, maybe even players?
Yeah, I think there's always concerns about that. I think it kind of goes back to the historical bell curve, is how well as an AD, how well as a football coach, how well as a player or as a fan, can you moderate the intensity that you have about anything you're passionate about. And anytime that somebody steps into the fringes of those bell curves, you have the potential for something negative to happen, whether it be in a positive or a negative way. And, you know, that's something that we refocus everybody that we can have a direct impact on. So, absolutely, there's always concern, and I think, you know, what Dave mentioned, sleeping with one eye open, that's part of that problem. We have 800 student athletes, we have coaches, we have fans that in today's world are out in the public in very public ways, and it's how can you keep respect for the game? How can you keep pride for your university? How can you cheer for your team without allowing yourself to get too far in those fringes? So it's something you watch extremely closely. You're very concerned about, and you know, hopefully things come out in the right way at the end of the game, win or lose.
Is it too intense?
Well, we monitor every incident that happens in the stands at every one of our football games, and we monitor the difference between a noon start and a 3:30 start in a night game, and there's statistical data available that really helps you understand, are we getting too overheated here in terms of the intensity of what's going on? And this is a game where if we're not careful, whether you're a player, a coach, an athletic director, and certainly a fan, if you're not careful, you'll lose sight of the big thing. The big thing is we have these 18 to 23-year-old young people who are working extremely hard all week, preparing to play another great Big Ten football game and a great rivalry game. And there's been 104 of them. There'll be 104 more. We're going to win our share. Sadly, Michigan State's going to win some. It's the way it works. And we're all going to wake up, as Mark said, Sunday morning, and life is going to go on, and the season's going to go on. And we shouldn't spoil it by getting so overheated about this that we lose track of really the main thing, and that is the student athletes and the pageantry and the rivalry and all the good things that are about college football.
What is your prediction for Saturday?
What do you predict for Saturday, Mark?
An unbelievably enjoyable Saturday afternoon for everybody that's in the big house.
That is so lame. Come on.
I predict that there's going to be somewhere between 113 and 114,000 people showing up, and they're going to witness a battle. It's going to be a football game, but it's going to be a football game taken to another level that's going to really be a battle, where the emotions and the adrenaline and the desire to win is at an all-time high between both programs, because the game's exceedingly important to both programs for a variety of reasons. So it's going to be a great day for college football. It's going to be a great spectacle, and Michigan's going to show up ready to play, and we're going to do our very, very best to come out a victor. And that's the way we approach every football game.
Could I ask each of you one word, Mark, that you would use to describe Michigan, and Dave, one word that you would use to describe Michigan State?
Huh.
You don't have to be nice.
Class.
Class?
Class.
Thank you.
One word?
Mm-hmm.
Class.
You can't use the same word Mark used.
Why not?